Morning, guys. Mark Ferrasci, Protect Dog Training, and Jezzie. Come on, Jezzie. Hup, hup. There you go. Good girl, Jezzie. Good girl. Yay. Come on, let's go. Yeah, good girl. Good. Now, if you concentrate and just keep watching me work the puppies, you'll see that a lot of things are all noise related, right? Good dog. You're okay. Yeah, you're okay. So I'm making noise, I'm banging on things. I've got a bunch of kids out here playing, and this is good stuff for her, right? I've got to be careful because kids will do things that are unpredictable, right? I don't want them rushing her. Good girl. Yeah, you're all right. Come on. Come on. And see how many things that I get sounds-wise and that carry her. You know, if I would have just kept up the sound of that trash can lid, she was a little apprehensive of it. It's new sound, right? Everything's sound related right now. People, places, things, a lot of sound stimulation. People don't realize how much a dog picks up on when they're young and that are sound related, right? So you have to really work that in until pretty soon sounds don't matter anymore as far as what affects her, right? Good girl. If anything, it puts her in the drive, go the other way with it, right? But even the squeaky, this will get dropped. I'm not going to keep this up, doing it at this stage because it's something that'll carry her. Good girl. She's smelling all this charcoal off of this. See, different things. Everything's adding up to her. New stuff, new smells, new people, new things. She's watching really heavy on these kids. And she hears their voice tones. They have a lot of screaming, a lot of yelling, a lot of child type of behaviors that is off-putting to a dog, right? So we want to keep her on the outside edge. Good girl, she go potty. Good girl, she go potty. Good girl. A lot of vocabulary. You want to go bye-bye, you want to eat. Let's get in the truck. Hup. All the words that matter to her that are going to happen to her in her everyday lifestyle. Good girl, good. That's going to be, good girl, come on. Hup, hup, there you go. Good girl, good. All right. So very important to think of sound stimulation and vocabulary at this point in time. She's about 16 weeks of age, right? 4 months. And she's been already doing a lot of things, but you keep chattering these words. All right, let's go. Come on, let's go. Good dog, yay. And think about how many things that you give the dog again and again and again when you do things. You pick up their bowl, you do things that are in a pattern. Easy, baby, almost hits your head. Come on, good girl. Get it. Good girl. Yay, good girl. And then this will always stay out in front of her right now at this development stage. So where anytime she gets a little bit wondering, I'll throw it the opposite way, get her attention, redirect her attention to what you want her to do. Right now we got this kid out here. You hear the sound? There's a sound that's associated with everything. And they pick the sound listen to the yelling, right? That's exactly it. These little sounds that matter. And then right away the child ran away the opposite way. If they would have ran towards the dog and traumatized the dog, that dog would have been imprinted with that sound and then probably been affected by kids, right? So it's important in realizing two things. You don't have 100% control of an environment. So you have to be able to look outside of that and keep your head on a swivel and know what's going to happen before it happens. You have to read these kids. You have to watch them, pay attention to their body language. And when they go to do something stupid, you got to make sure you protect your dog. If I had 2 kids running at my dog, for an example, I'd pick her up right away, right? So you never can trust the environment. You can only get better at working the environment to your advantage. But so right now, these kids are all out here wanting to play on the thing, and look at her body language. She's watching it. I'll keep her from it at a distance. I won't make her go into it and be overwhelming to her, right? Good girl, good. So this is perfect. This is a good taste. If the kids started wanting to come towards here, I would tell them not to, and I would caution them to stay away, and with a little sternness, right? But I have to be able to work that environment to give her the most positive association towards the things that she's got to learn and grow through. Hup, hup, good girl, good. She's doing it all on her own, right? And I'm letting her. Good girl, good. That's a good girl, good. And then I'll take her in the drive and throw the toy on the way down. Now, I wanted to talk about something. Somebody made a thread about playing with their dog and having the dog lunge off of things. Like the table here has a top table, and then it drops all the way to the ground. That's a long way. Can the dog physically do it? Sure, but here's the problem. The overall emphasis on doing this again and again and again and again over the dog's lifetime and constantly not thinking about it and being aware of it. Yeah, good girl. So that you end up creating behaviors in the habits of the dog so that they end up using things like this second bench, and they go from here to the ground, right? Very important. So I will use my toy and keep it out. Good. Out. Nope. Easy, easy, dang it. Good girl. All right, come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Another thing, when you have a trauma, when some dog landed on its head or had something that was negative, take the dog right into drive. Don't even hesitate. Right away, my reaction is drive. I don't stop and say, oh, are you all right? I don't ask. I don't worry about it at all. I denote right away going into drive so that the dog only has a mental aspect of drive is when things happen that's a negative. Right away, it's going to go right into drive, right? One of the big tricks in understanding the dog, if you want to build the dog right and not have them be affected by little things that happen in life, coming off of that table and falling on its head, it happens, right? We want to be cautious. We want to not let it happen, but things like not letting this dog jump from here down to the ground, because that's, can they physically do it? Sure they can. The dog will live, but here's the thing, that pounding on the dog's structure over time is going to affect the dog, especially at these young ages, because that whole body is developing. It's nothing but soft bone, right? Nothing but softness. All right, I'll talk to you later. We got Jezzie out at the park, working the baby as always, right? Keep working her through it. Baby steps and little taste, right? I'll put her away, and I've got a customer coming. I'll give a lesson, put her back in the kennel. But this is what, 5 minutes walking around here, letting her see the kids, letting her experience some things. Good girl. See, I keep that down low, and I make her go down low on that step. That's what's important, right? Being aware of it and trying to build up behaviors so the dog does it on its own after a while without having to worry about the dog flying off the top and going to the bottom, right? Good girl, good, yay! Good girl, yay! All right, Jess, come on. At 4 months of age, you wouldn't think that she could do this, but watch. Good girl, Jess. Come on, Jess. Come on, Jess. Good girl, good. We've got a whole line of tables underneath the gazebo. So at 4 months of age, most dogs wouldn't be able to do this, but because I have a little bit of skill. All right, come on. Hey, you, come on. Good girl, good, yeah, you go, good. Come on. Come on, Jezzie. I know you want to play with the kids. Nope. Jezzie, come on. Nope. Good girl, good. Now, I would let her play with the kids, but the problem is, again, I don't have any control over what they're going to do, and if they have some negative, they come at her too strong, it's going to affect her. We don't want that. Come on. So we've got to be careful. Cautious. Hup, hup. There you go. Good girl. Good. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Good girl, Jezzie. Good girl. So I want her coming off the one to the next step to the lowest point on that, right? If you ever watch Schutzen, they've got those big old A-frames. They'll put them down at a different angle and make it easier for the younger dogs. And then they get a toy going like I do, and they make sure that they keep the toy real close to that A-frame so the dog wants to go and stay on the A-frame all the way until they hit the bottom. So the dog's not jumping off the top and creating stress on their body that's going to add up over that dog's lifetime. Think about it. Again and again and again and again, you're doing repetition to build the dog to do things that are criteria within the scenarios of whatever sport you're into. And after a while, that's going to affect the dog. Somebody just had a thread on Facebook talking about it, and somebody chimed in with their comment that their dog at 10 years of age had to have their leg amputated. Why? All those years and years of pounding from a high place down to a low place and what it causes on the body. 10-year-old dog, that's pretty good longevity, but at the same time, an amputation is not something you want to have to deal with, right? And so now that dog has an amputated leg, so it has to have that for the rest of its life. It could have been reduced and less if the would have been more conscientious and aware of it, right? Be conscientious and aware of your dog's structure and what you're doing on a repetition again and again and again. That's going to build up over time and either cause hip problems or all kinds of problems on their structure, especially when they're young like this, because they have soft bones. They're growing like a weed, and they're prone to do stupid things. They're a baby. So, all right, Mark Ferrasci, Protect Dog Training, and Jezzie. Talk to you later.